Hi everybody, welcome back to Horror and Sci-Fi Collectibles. To follow up last week's video of the McFarlane movie Maniacs Ash, I decided to do Evil Ash next. So, the original Ash was a Series 3 movie Maniacs. We didn't get Evil Ash right away. After Series 3 came out, later when Series 4 came out, Evil Ash came in October of 2001. As well as the 2-pack where you got Ash and the Pit Witch together. And then later on, I believe when Series 5 came out, there was a 2-pack between Ash and Evil Ash that you could pick up. So I picked him up by himself when he was new. I had him pre-ordered from McFarlane Toys and got him direct. So real quick, before we look at him, I thought I would show the mini poster. So this is the mini poster from my Ash figure. Last time I talked a little bit about how the poster stands changed. So you can see this one is, big, wide, kind of bulky, lots of plastic. After Series 3, starting in Series 4, they went to this slimmer version. So I do not have the one that came with Evil Ash, but it was this same style. Of course, missing the one side. No longer a base that stood on its own. You got a piece that you lock in here. It took up less room in the packaging. I assume saved them some money on production. This is the one that goes, of course, to my Terminator 2 figures. I got rid of the one for Evil Ash because it was the same Army of Darkness poster, and I liked this frame better, and I didn't need 2 Army of Darkness posters on my Evil Dead shelf. So, looking at the figure himself, he's a very good sculpt in the face. Lots of detail and good paint work, especially for the time. When these figures came out, he was definitely one of the better looking ones to me of the movie Maniacs, the first few. So, he's missing a lot of skin on the bottom of his face, just like in the movie. Bottom jaw jutting out a little bit. Just very nasty, very cool. Got his blue eyes. He's got his helmet. His helmet does not come off. It is all one piece. I do like that they have the ropes that held his helmet on. I think that looks good. He's got actual chain here for his shoulder armor, whatever you call it. I'm not a big armor guy, so I don't know what you refer to these as. His head turns pretty much as you want. His hair is there and kind of rubbery. There's some bone, or a piece of bone in his hair back there. I'd have to go back and look at the movie to see if he had something like that. His accessories that he came with are the swords. He does have a belt with a holder to put a sword in. I keep him with both swords in his hands, like when they were fighting at the end of the movie and got into the sword fight with the 4 swords between the 2 of them. I like his armor here as well, the way that they drew the shirt in, so it looks like it's really tightened on him. I think that's a nice touch. He's got bones showing through the back of his hand. I don't know if I remember that detail in the movie, but maybe it was there. There's his watch. The other arm, other hand, nice cut there, cut at his wrist where he'd been cut to pieces. As far as articulation goes, his arms do move, but this one is like the other Ash, stuck at a permanent 90, and you can only turn it up so high before you hit his armor. So there's not a lot you can do with that arm. This arm does move more, but again, pretty limited. I always try to keep them posed in such a way that the seams on the clothing line up right. I wouldn't want to keep him like that and have that big gap. I'll line him up same for right there. I probably wouldn't do that. So that's just my thing, I guess. He does move at the waist, and his feet do move, but he has no other articulation. He's got his cape, his ratty red cape, rubbery, nice and flexible. It's held up good for being almost 20 years old. There's no dry rot to it whatsoever. I've got the Evil Dead Book of the Dead DVD that had the latex cover that looked like the Necronomicon, and mine is starting to break apart and rot away, so that's disappointing. But latex, I guess, only lasts so long. I had a Michael Myers mask, and it fell apart on me after about 10 years, so you can only keep some things so long, I guess. But overall, nice figure. I've only think I've seen one other Evil Ash, and it may have been a custom figure. There may be other Evil Ash figures out there. If there are, I'm not aware of them. If you are, post a link or make a comment below. I'd like to see it. So looking around at him real quick this evening on Amazon and eBay, those are my two sources to go to. So when he was new, I'm thinking he was, in that range of $18 to $20 like these things were back then. Getting him on Amazon now in the box, anywhere from $60 to $100. If you get the combo 2-pack, him and Ash, you're looking at $90 through Amazon. And over on eBay, you can get him for as low as $16 complete. Loose, not in the package, but with both of his swords and even his poster standing in the background. So if you avoid Amazon, not a terribly expensive figure and a nice one to have in your collection. It's good to have an enemy for your hero to square off against. So there he is. There's going to be more Evil Dead videos soon. This is between Ash, the Pit Witch, and Evil Ash. That is it for McFarlane figures that I have from Evil Dead. Next up will be my NECA Evil Dead figures, and I think I've got 5 or 6 of those to show. So anyway, like and subscribe, make comments below, let me know what you think, and share any links if you know of another Evil Ash figure. Again, this is the only one that I know of. There may be more out there. I haven't looked that up. So I'll talk to you next time. Thanks.